Hi everybody, welcome back to JTuts, Josh Tutorials and Tutoring. Today we're going to pick up where we left off and take a second crack at the rest of the preparations page for Chapter 1, the Maintaining Mathematical Proficiency. We're going to hit the multiplication and division part. Again, this is not meant to be a tutorial on how to do multiplication or division. It's just kind of a refresher course on what you need to be able to do, how to work with negatives and positives, how to read the symbols and read the problems. If you need further explanation, I'll put a video together at some point talking about what these symbols mean and how to use them properly. But this is just a refresher to get us ready for algebra. Just as before, it can be a good practice for using your calculator. I'd recommend, if you really want to, just do these problems on your own right now. Here's the page. Do these problems, practice, and then just wait for me to say the answers at some point. In future videos, I'll have like answer sections at the end or whatever, so you can just skip to those. But I'm still figuring out how to do all of this, so right now, just follow along if you want, or not. I mean, again, these are pretty easy to verify. So let's get started. So we're going to start with number 10, which is negative 3 times 8. Okay? So the first thing to start with is whenever you see a parenthesis like this with a number next to it, there is an invisible multiplication symbol right there. Note I'm using the dot to represent multiplication as opposed to the maybe more familiar X, and that's because when you get into algebra they start using letters, and the X symbol may get confused with the letter X, which is used for something very different. So, I kind of filled in this symbol. I'm going to use a different color for it, actually, for things that I drew into the original problem. So this is read as negative 3 times 8. So multiplication is pretty straightforward. First, we're going to take the numbers and do the multiplication step. 3 times 8 is 24. Okay? And then we look at this and we go, look, I have one negative. A negative times a positive equals a negative. Okay, this is a rule. This is important to know. The opposite is also true. A positive times a negative is a negative. So keep that in mind when you're doing this problem. So that means that this is going to be negative because it's a negative times a positive number. So negative 3 times 8 equals negative 24. All right, cool. Let's take a look at the next one, which is negative 7 times negative 9. Notice this one actually did. Actually, let me use a different color for that. Gotta get consistent times negative 9. Here's my original problem. So, when I actually do this, note I have my symbol written in already. I know it's multiplication. So let's actually solve this. 7 times 9 is 63. Okay? But now I got to figure out what sign to use. Well, remember that negative times negative is positive. The negatives cancel out. Negative times a negative is a positive. It's sort of like saying if you turn around and then turn around again, you're facing forward, right? You're facing back where you started. They negate. And obviously, a positive times a positive is going to be a positive. So that means that this is a positive 63. So negative 7 times negative 9 equals 63. I think I'm going to start boxing off my answers. Okay, all right, cool. Let's do the next one. 4 times negative 7. Darn it. Let's get consistent. 4 times negative 7. Alright, so again, we're going to multiply the numbers together. 4 times 7 is 28. And because this is a positive times a negative, that means this is going to be negative. Okay, very cool. So the answer, 4 times negative 7 equals negative 28. I don't see any reason to start writing this again. I think I'm going to stop doing that. Anyway, there we go. Let's do the next one. Negative 24. Ooh, division now. All right. Negative 24 divided by negative 6. All right, so there's all kinds of ways to do this, depending on what sort of tools are in your toolbox when it comes to math and where you're at. For example, if you're going into algebra next semester, if you're going into algebra and this is your first time experiencing this math, you may not know how to work with fractions in this way. But we're not going to go into that right now. When I taught the addition and subtraction section before in the previous video, I recommended swapping the subtraction symbol to an addition symbol by making the next number negative. You can't do that with division because multiplication and division are not inverses in the same way as addition and subtraction are. We can't just swap from one to the other. So we're not going to do that here. We're just going to have to work with the division as is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. So first we're going to do 24 divided by 6. Well, we know 24 divided by 6 is 4. I forgot to swap colors. Whatever. 24 divided by 6 is 4. But what do we do with the negatives? Well, division and multiplication follow the same rules. So a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So this will be a positive 4. So the answer is just 4. Okay? Let's take a look at another one and see if we can't clarify a few things here. The next one is negative 16 divided by 2. Negative 16 divided by 2. So again, we're going to start with the numbers. We're just going to ignore the negatives for now. You can usually do that if you know what you're doing. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, but a negative divided by a positive, right? That's positive and that's negative, will be a negative. If the signs are different, you get a negative when you're doing addition, when you're doing multiplication and division. So the answer is negative 8. All right, next one is 12 divided by negative 3. 12 divided by negative 3. So again, we're going to do the numbers first. 12 divided by 3 is 4. But because this is a positive divided by a negative, we know we're going to have a negative answer. Okay, there's nothing to cancel out the negative, so it's got to follow through. Negative 4. All right. Let's look at the next one. The next one is 6 times 8. I'm not going to bother with the colors right now. Well, this is just a straightforward one. You can look at a multiplications table, or you can do it on a calculator, whatever. This is just going to be 48. Next is 36 divided by 6. So again, we'd have to plug this into a calculator, or we'd have to have it memorized, or look at a multiplications table, or whatever. But there's no negatives, right? Nothing to deal with, so positive divided by positive is positive. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. And the last one is negative 3 times negative 4. So again, remember, when you see this parenthesis and a number next to it, that means multiplication. Negative 3 times negative 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And a negative times a negative is a positive. So that means it's going to be a positive 12. All right, and that concludes the Chapter 1 preparation. In the future, we'll be going over actual topics. I'll be going through each section of the book, talking about what it's trying to teach you and doing the problems, the exercises. I'll also be putting out a summary video to sort of summarize what we just covered. You'll notice number 19 is basically just a lecture. I didn't want to lump that into here. I'm going to make that its own separate thing. So again, I hope you guys found that informative and useful. And I'll see you guys next time.